Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. So I did manage to take some time out of my busy schedule to go down to Ace Hardware. And Ace Hardware happens to be a store that I haven't been to in, at least 4 or 5 years now, ever since I got really heavy into roofing. So I'd like to go through a walkthrough or a walk around inside of Ace Hardware and just try to see what it is they got. I know they're supposed to start incorporating some of the Craftsman lineup and things like that, because as we all know, Stanley Black & Decker, Porta-Cable plus Craftsman, they're all like one big manufactured company. So let's go for a walk inside Ace Hardware and see what kind of deals they have going on. Alright, so they did have this pretty ginormous Ace Hardware set of screwdrivers. This came with everything. Bits, precision screwdrivers, the stubbies, ratcheting screwdrivers. It was nice. I don't think they were fully prepared for me. Minimal as far as their socket sets go. They did have a nice 3/4 inch socket set, which I thought was pretty good. I was like, wow, that's a pretty nice set. They did have some individual sockets and things hanging up on the wall, ratchets, smaller socket sets, just not really as well stocked as you would expect from like a Sears or Craftsman kind of lineup. They did have some Ace Hardware tools for a fraction of the cost, which might be a little bit more affordable for some of you. They did have channel lock. Here's some Ace slip joint pliers that look pretty good with the red and black. They looked like they had some pretty good metal, so I'm not really sure. I haven't tried them out. It's been years, like I said. They did sell Irwin, which was kind of nice to see on the shelf. Whisk tin snips, haven't tried those out. I used the Fat Max actually for myself. Coming on down here, looks like they did have some DeWalt stuff. There's another Ace Hardware screwdriver set. I used to love these because they had a lot of teeth incorporated, not so much anymore. Would have been nice to see some more teeth on their flatheads for opening paint cans. Coming up here to the top, let's see, trash cans, 55-gallon trash cans, 20 bucks. Your wife's gonna thank you. You can put recycling in there and stack it up and separate it easy. They did have some Milwaukee. Here's some Sawzall blades, so it was nice to see Milwaukee on the shelf. That was kind of an interesting change of pace. Wasn't expecting that. Here's some hole saw bits made from Ace, which are again about half the cost you could get the Milwaukee ones for, but they did have Milwaukee as well. There's some DeWalt sanding, grinding, and cutoff wheels as well. They had some wire wheels, some Ace stuff, some Milwaukee stuff again. But this stuff is handy, especially when it comes to welding. Here's some Dremels. So if you're a hobbyist and you're looking for a Dremel, they did have some Dremels there that were kind of nice for hobbyists. Going towards their cordless lineup, Milwaukee, Black & Decker, Makita, Porta-Cable, DeWalt, Craftsman. They had a lineup, and it was a pretty nice lineup for what it's worth. I wasn't expecting to see this much diversity out of the cordless section, so it was nice to see that. Unfortunately, this is the only tool box and top chest that they had. They didn't have a lot. Like I said, they were not prepared for me coming there. I think that they might offer some more in time, but maybe people don't buy toolboxes from Ace Hardware. At least they offered you some popcorn. Everybody loves popcorn. Hell, even kids love popcorn. But if you're at a tool store and you're walking around, nice little snack. Speaking of snacks, again, barbecue season's right around the corner. Why not get you some nice meat rub, whether it's for chicken, steak, venison, elk, chicken, turkey, pork. They had rubs for just about everything covered here. Some nice spices. They had some nice barbecue sauce. They had some nice garlic additives that you could use. They had a flip side salt and pepper shaker. Here's some other different types of glaze that you can put on. They had the Jack Daniels. They had the rub tea, which looks pretty good. They also had some spicier stuff, so those of you that really like it, caliente or hot, you might try some of their barbecue spices that they had here. Looked pretty good. I might have to go back and get some, Speaking of barbecue season, check out this propane griller. So if you do a lot of carne asada or chicken or just flat meat in general or some steaks, this is kind of a nice option. You can kind of toss the onions in there and whatnot. Okay, if you have OCD about electrical cords and you want them all to be a certain color, they had every single color you can imagine here on the shelf. What's more important than an extension cord? How about some better lighting for the garage or just the house in general? Here's some energy saving lights that offered a nice bright LED light. And they're pretty inexpensive, around 10 to 20 bucks a piece depending on which one you want. Alright, let's talk about some more power tools. We have some weed whackers, we have some leaf blowers. Let's look at some of the chainsaws. There's one for concrete. Nice chop saw. There's some chainsaws here. They had just about every single size you can imagine, down to the hedge trimmers themselves. At least they offer steel. I did not know that they offered steel or that they were a steel manufacturer or sales retailer. It was nice to see that. Same thing with the lawnmower. So, hey, if you're looking for steel, you could get it from here at Ace Hardware. Thinking about some of the other stuff they had going on, let's take a better look over here at the leaf blowers because I know spring is coming. Might want to clean the yard up a little bit. There's some weed whackers. Get you an idea of pricing if that's what you're looking for to kind of trim the hedges, so to speak. There's some hedge trimmers. And now onto the leaf blowers. They had a lot of these backpack style leaf blowers. These things are phenomenal, man. A lot of gardeners down in Palm Springs love these things. I see them using them all the time. They're just perfect. Here's one for the home, 250 bucks. Nice little home style leaf blower. And of course they had the Craftsman lineup too. Not too much on the Craftsman lineup, but they had it. All right, taking a walk down the hardware aisle, looking at everything that they had. Looked like they had a pretty nice assortment. One thing that I didn't see though was any way to check what kind of thread pitch it was. There was nothing to match threads to anything up and down the aisle. So you really kind of either have to know the size you need before you get it or just thread match while you're there. They did have some jacks and some jack stands, Craftsman of course. They also did not have a fully developed air tool section. They had one air tool. Kind of sad, but like they're not ready yet, like I said. They had one air compressor, some gas cans, things like that. At least it's a place for men. Look, they had baseball on the television nearest the restrooms where you can get keys made. A place for men. How do I know? They also sell beer. What tool store do you know sells beer? So now you can walk around and have a beer while you're freaking looking at tools. Cool. All right, guys. So that'll pretty much wrap it up for our little adventure through Ace Hardware. Look, pretty fair prices, pretty average prices considering what we saw at Lowe's, considering what we saw at Sears. I think Ace is pretty comparable. They didn't look like they were, you know, trying to exceed any standards and go way above and beyond the price. Everything was about the same price that you can expect from either Sears or Lowe's. So that being said, 2 thumbs up to Ace. Also, the fact they had some pretty nice barbecuers, they had some nice barbecue sauce, they had beer, they had baseball on the TV, they had energy drinks, they had bathrooms, they had popcorn. I mean, this was a store for men. And outside of that, their cordless lineup was insane. The fact that they offered so many different companies that I was like, I didn't think they wanted to sell certain companies. Like, we'll take Milwaukee, for instance. I didn't think they wanted to sell Milwaukee right next to DeWalt or Craftsman, because doesn't that kind of like sway the opinion, because won't people go more towards Milwaukee? I don't know. Food for thought, but I thought it was nice that they actually had a diverse cordless selection. That's all I got for this video, guys. Thanks as always for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Share if you want to share. We'll see you next time. Doses.